I've seen some amazing things in mason jars. I once had a pet lizard named Skinky that ran away. He got loose from his yarn noose, where I tied him up in the backyard. I searched for hours and prayed to find him, prayed and cried over it. Just as night fell, I pulled down one last clump of weeds, and there he was, staring up at me, cocking his head to the side. I made Skinky a 2-story home out of a couple of barrels. Eventually I found him expired there. I took a small mason jar about the size of a baby food jar and curled him up inside there, wrapped it with tinfoil, and buried him lovingly in the backyard by the fence. With my sister's help, I buried a treasure in the backyard. It was a mason jar full of pennies and a few nickels, wrapped in tinfoil. Eventually my dad dug it up when he buried the cat in the same spot. My favorite jars were at Washburn University on the 3rd floor of the Science building. Sometimes in the late afternoon in the hot summers when we were sneaking around in the library and running through the campus and playing hide and seek, we'd make a pilgrimage up to the 3rd floor. There we would find the jars full of baby fetuses in all stages of development. I'd stare at them and imagine what kind of lives they might have lived in some alternative universe. Sometimes I've even wondered if maybe I was in one of those jars right now, in some other life. My spirit would linger around the jar and look back at me, wondering what kind of life this kid was leading. Who would he become?